Alright, welcome back to the channel. This is ASA Studio. This is Photoshop tutorial. So let's make it a fast one. Here's how to retouch your images whenever you want to make it fast. So let's get started. First thing first, I'm going to add a solid color adjustment layer just because this image I want to get the right color profile for it. So I'm going to turn it off, double click on it and select a place that's actually white. This solid color acts as a white balance, so I'm just going to select that, push it up and then it's okay. Turn it up, change the blending mode to divide and you have a very bright photo. Double click to open it up again and then take it up, so somewhere like this. It's okay, so you just see a little bit different. Now I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to come back to this later. So let's grab the hue and saturation adjustment layer because I want to correct some skin tone variation. Alright, so now go to the yellow and I'm going to desaturate the yellow and also change the hue. So let's change the hue first of all. I'm going to change it to something like, red. So you can see the effect. Let me zoom in. See the effect there. So changing the hue, you can see the effect of changing the hue. Alright, so now after you've changed the hue, now you see that we have similar colors like the red. We're going to change the red now. So double click, open up, go to the red, and then you can decrease the saturation or change the hue as well. So let's decrease the saturation a bit. I'm going to zoom out this time around and let's go back to the red channel, and we can also change the hue if we want to, something like that, and we can take it all the way back and then it's okay. That should be fine for me. So we have the before and then the after. So now we can turn on this one back so you can see the changes the two made together, so before and after. Alright, so now we can create a stem visible layer. Ctrl Shift Alternate E to create a stem visible layer, and then we can start our frequency separation. So this is I'm going to do with the frequency separation. I'm going to hit Ctrl J twice, of which there are so many frequency separation tutorial online, so I'm going to come back after the frequency separation. For those of you who don't know how to do frequency separation, you can follow up. So here, change it to color, hit enter. This one, change it to texture, hit enter. Frequency separation for beginner is just to separate the color and the texture so you can work on it independently. So let's continue. So now I'm going to group these two together and name it frequency separation, frequency sep. And I'm going to open it up, turn off the texture layer, go to the color. Now because I want more skin texture, I'm going to blur it very well. So go to filter, blur. So the more I blur, the more skin texture I'm going to get. So I'm still going to blur it out. So let's just leave it at 3 or 2.8. That should be fine. Let's leave it at 3 and it's okay. Turn this on, select the texture layer, go to image, apply image, and then from merge, go to color to select on the layer. From this one, choose subtract and then leave, so you can see more texture is being gotten from the image. So if you want to get more texture, you simply get a high blur. Alright, so it's okay. Change the blending mode to linear light and then start your frequency separation. For the color, you're going to use the mixer tool brush. You can set your brush settings like this: the wet 9, load 75, mix, and all those, and set it to a clean brush, load clean brush, and select this one, turn this one off, and make a very soft brush. And for the texture layer, you're going to use the clone stamp tool while clicking Alt. So I'm going to do the frequency separation and then I'm going to come back. Alright, so I'm done with the frequency separation. This took me like, let me say 10 minutes or thereabouts. So we have before and then after. Let me zoom in. We have before and then after. Alright, so let's do some little addition of Addicting. I'm going to create a stem visible layer, Ctrl Shift Alternate E, and then I'm going to go to camera raw filter. So here we are in camera raw filter. I will take the white balance tool again, and then I'm going to sample. So I'm going to select this side. So let's just select here, and so you have -2 and +2, so you can see before and then the after. Let's go to the exposure and let's increase the highlight. Good. I'm going to decrease the black a little, so -9 to decrease the black. For the white, we're going to go up a little -6, and we could brighten up the shadows as well. Okay, so I'm going to increase the texture so we have more definition of the core texture, the skin texture. Let's go to the curve, and we could just do a little S curve and then bring it down to create some contrast. Okay, so now that we have that, let's go to the color mixer. And under the color mixer, I want to enhance the lips. So let's go to the hue, make the red more red like this, and give it some more saturation to give some more enhancement, just a little bit. And let's bring this one back a bit. So for the orange, I'm going to saturate, increase saturation, and also increase saturation of the yellows. Alright, so I still see some red on the skin, so we could bring it back and go to the hue and change the hue of the orange towards the yellow and this towards the yellows like this. Okay, so I'm going to close that, go to luminance, let's give it some more brightness on the skin and also this side. We could also do that to the lips as well. Close, and we could go to the calibration. So under the calibration panel, I'm going to take this just a little bit forward like this. Let's say -9, and let's go to the blues first because this is the yellow skin. So I'm going to take this thing when I start seeing real skin tone, let's say -21, and let's find a sweet spot for the green. If I take it forward, it's going to look more red, so I'm going to bring it backward and leave it at somewhere at -10, and this should be fine. So we can see before and then after. Okay, so we could also decrease that a bit. Let's decrease that a bit and give it some more yellow defined color. So all right, so this should be fine by me. So I'm gonna hit OK. So we can see where we went from here to here, to more defined image, here to here. All right, so thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna group everything together, and we're gonna see before and after. So these are before, and then this is our after. These are before, and then this are let me zoom in. We have before and then after. So thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video. Once again, this is ASAS.